When Salesforce for Commerce is paired with Coveo and Docmation, we can handle any of the manufacturing automotive needs for both business and consumer buyers. Things that were once a problem, such as global catalogs, large data volumes, limited search results, even having different platforms for businesses and consumers, are no longer a problem. These are now all available for our customers with Salesforce for Commerce. Let's have a look. So our first use case is Lauren, who is an anonymous buyer, or it could just be a logged in B2C buyer. She's come to the site, and because she's a new user, she's seeing just kind of generic recommendations. As we scroll down here, we can see these are just generic recommended products. However, as she continues to go through the site and we look at the Coveo app up here, we're going to see that her action history is going to drive personalization. Now, typically for Salesforce for Commerce, personalization is driven by CRM data, things like orders, things like assets. But here, by using Coveo, we can drive personalization based on her search preferences, based on the queries, based on the user traffic and things like that she's going to. So as Lauren goes through the site, she's going to see that her preferences are changing, her recommendations are changing, and that's all being driven by Coveo. Okay, so she's going to go ahead here and start typing in her search results. You can see that it's going to do type ahead. Now, this is going to be based on the most relevant queries, as well as what user traffic they're seeing. She can also go ahead and type in for bikes, and it'll go ahead and correct her spelling. B-I-K-E-S, not B-Y-K-E-S. And so now she can go ahead and search for the bicycles. Okay, so this is the product list page powered by Coveo. So Lauren can go ahead and take a look. We've got things like different prices you can look at, but there's also things like relevance. This relevance is where it's powered by AI, and it's going to give results that are based on Lauren's search as well as other search. So not just things like that are generic like boost and berry and price, but also things like the relevance. How important do we think these different bikes are going to be? Now, every commerce tool has facets on the left-hand side, but Coveo is going to sort these based on the relevance of the search and any kind of personalization that Lauren's seeing. So these facets are going to change throughout Lauren's shopping experience. And Acme is going to be able to boost and bury different products so that Lauren can see the results that are most important to her. Now, Lauren can also search by a specific SKU number. So we're going to go ahead here and type in the SKU. Now, this could be a full search SKU number. This could be a partial. So whether she's looking through hundreds of bikes or millions of parts, Coveo's powerful search will return the results in less than a second. As a side note, I did this, had Coveo on a large data volume site that had 3 million SKUs in it, and I typed in a search query and I got a result in less than a second. So in this case, Lauren is interested in the second bike, so she's going to go ahead and drill into it. Now, as Lauren looks at the bike, she noticed there's similar products and videos that are down here on the product page. Coveo can not only index millions of products, but they're also going to show external content, things like videos, knowledge-based articles, blogs, things like that. Lauren's going to go ahead and add this product to the cart. And when Lauren goes back to her homepage, the relevant products that are here are going to change. Now that's because Coveo is looking at all of her search history and making smarter personalization and recommendations. So all of her site activity is driving this personalized experience, and we don't know who she is. She's not logged in, she's a B2C buyer, she's never made an order, but with Coveo, we're able to power all of this different preferences and search history all in one place. So Coveo unlocks Salesforce for Commerce's ability to do anonymous browsing, anonymous checkout, and also drive personalization for business or consumer buyers. So now we're going to show a different user who has a buying history. So this is John, and he has different recommended products that are based on his search history, but also on his buying history as well. So we can see that here in the related products. They're different than what Lauren was seeing. So now he's going to go ahead, he's going to search for particular products. So he's going to go up here to parts, look at handlebars. Now, when John comes to this product list page, the reorder now banner is showing up, right? What's fantastic about this is going to drive sales for Acme, because instead of John having to search through his order history and it being hidden somewhere, this is exposed at the highest level, at the search level, where it's really important for him. And the way he's able to see that is we look at this Coveo app again. In his CRM profile, we can see that he has an order history. And so it's leveraging that order data, that CRM data, but it's exposing it in the search location. So he could go ahead and hit the reorder button here. This badging is going to incentivize users, it's going to increase sales. And again, it's all driven by this personalization. It's leveraging Coveo to get this personalized search results, but also not just work with search history and with click-throughs, but also paired with order volumes. So this is how Coveo is a product unlock for Salesforce for Commerce because of the search, the ability to handle consumer-like items, large data volumes. All of this is managed by leveraging Coveo on Salesforce for Commerce. Now we're going to switch gears and look at more of a B2B buyer and show how Docmation's accelerator is going to dramatically help Salesforce for Commerce. So this B2B buyer is Dawn Smith. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go and allow Dawn to search for parts. So she's going to go ahead and go to the parts menu and look for all parts. Now, because Dawn is an existing customer, she can also see specifically all the parts that are for her bike. So by exposing the My Bikes here, she can see either all the parts for her road bike or her mountain bike. So we're going to go ahead and drill into her road bike. This is where the Docmation Accelerator comes in because it works with Coveo's word-class search, but it also personalizes based on assets. So whether you're looking, again, for dozens of parts or hundreds of parts, you can drill down to a specific asset and only show those products or those SKUs that are tied to that asset. Right? This asset-based search from Docmation is a huge win for manufacturing auto. We're finding the right part for the right asset is critical. This is going to increase customer satisfaction. It's going to drive down service costs. And instead of having to build this custom, Coveo and Docmation has this as part of their accelerators. I'll go ahead and drill into a product. Detail page in the Docmation Accelerator. A couple things to highlight. Is that we have different buying options, right? We have the OEM and the aftermarket buying options that are available here, as well as alternate products. We have inventory status here, the availability and the status, all things that are really important. All this can be done today by extending Salesforce for Commerce, but this is all part of Docmation's accelerator and it comes standard and out of the box for them. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and add the items to the cart. Okay, when Dawn comes to the cart page, she can see the proceed to checkout, but she can also request a quote. So she can enter in information about her quote. This will get sent to the right inside sales rep. That rep can actually change pricing and do their own discounting, send it back to the cart and fulfill the rest of the checkout process. But let's say that Dawn wants to see what the quote's going to look like. She can click on here. She can open the quote and see a PDF version of it and then use this as she negotiates and talks to the sales rep. So in this case, Dawn's going to want to go ahead and proceed to checkout. So the first thing Dawn's going to be able to see is multiple ship groups, right? So she can go ahead and add additional ship groups based on the addresses that are available there. She can also create a new one. And then she can move them, right? She can move the different items between different shipping groups, right? So she can decide which one's going to be a part of the different ship groups. Again, all of these are things you can extend in B2B commerce. Again, all these are things you can extend in Salesforce for Commerce today, but with the Docmation Accelerator, it's built in. Right? They already have the ship groups. They already have those assets that you see for the search. They have the ability to have those quotes show up. Inventory, all of those things are all in one place. So this is where with Coveo Search and the Docmation Accelerator, Salesforce for Commerce can handle all key auto and manufacturing use cases, whether it's for business buyers or for consumer buyers.